I've mentioned before how a good set of tires can drastically improve your motorcycle's handling. When you switch from regular bias-ply tires to radial ones, the difference isn't immediate, but over time you'll notice how much more confident you feel as you push your bike's limits. But what really are radial tires? And what makes them so good? Before we dive deep into the nitty-gritties of radial and non-radial tires, it is necessary to first understand the basic specifications of a tire and how to find one that is best suited for you. I promised I'll make a video explaining this, and here it is. I'm riding the newly launched Husqvarna Svartpilen 401 to experience its unique Swedish design with the Austrian engineering, all made right here in India. While the bike itself is a topic for another day, I couldn't help but notice how good the performance of the tires on this machine are. These are the Tramplr XR tires from Apollo, which, by the way, are also the sponsors of this video. Let's look at all the numbers on the tires to begin with. First is the tire size. This number suggests the width of the tire. Higher the number, wider the tire. The front happens to be 110, while the rear one is 150. Yeah, that's a thick one right there. Second is the aspect ratio, or in other words, the height of the side walls. Taller the wall, chunkier the tire. The front here has the aspect ratio of 70, while the rear is 60. Then comes the letter R. It very simply stands for its radial property. If the tire has R written on it, then it's a radial tire. If not, then it's a bias-ply tire. The letter R serves as a good differentiator. Followed by the letter R is the rim diameter, which in our case is 17 and 17 on both sides. The M/C stands for motorcycle, which suggests that it's a motorcycle tire, if it's not obvious enough already. And then comes the load index, which denotes the weight-bearing capacity of the tire. This is particularly important for people planning to tour. The load index at the front here is 54, which is capable of carrying 212 kgs of weight, while the rear has 66, which bears up to 300 kgs. And at last comes the speed rating of the tire, which is coded in letters. In this case, both the front and the back have the speed rating H, which means that these tires are capable of handling speeds up to 210 km per hour, which is more than sufficient for our Indian roads. You must have never seen these numbers on your tires. I myself never did before this, so I'm not judging. But this is literally the tire's resume. It tells so much about their make, nature, and performance for you to regulate your expectations and confidence on your machine. We often don't even pay attention to such details. Similarly, the tire treads do tell a lot about the kind of tire you have and the kind of terrain, weather, or situation it is meant to ride in. I will be making a detailed video on the tire treads too, because that is equally important to know. But let's get to the heart of the matter, the construction types of the tires. This is where it gets interesting. The non-radial bias-ply tires are tough, reliable, and a bit old-fashioned. They're built at a cost, just using nylon belts laid over crisscross at an angle in the rubber casing. They are the most common types of tires and are mostly found on commuter motorcycles that don't necessarily ride at higher speeds. They're great for carrying heavy loads, but a bit stiff when you're trying to hug those corners. Then we've got fabric radial tires, where the ply cords run perpendicular to the direction of the travel. They're called fabric radial because the main belt of the tire is made of either polyester or nylon. These tires are more flexible and get a wider contact patch and better heat dissipation. But here's where things get really interesting. The 0 degree steel belted radial tires. Imagine all the benefits of a regular radial tire, but with steel belts running around at a perfect 0 degree angle. This gives the tire unparalleled stability and improved grip for cornering, especially at high speeds, and makes it extra durable for those long punishing rides. And that brings us to the Apollo Tramplr XR. Whether you're cruising down the highway or tearing up the trails, these tires are like your trusty sidekicks. I've not experienced any wobble or direction shift over any undulations or potholes I've ridden on. I've ridden them in the wet and on the dry roads, and the confidence I get while riding on these is unmatched. Having said that, all of this performance comes at a cost. Both of these tires combined cost close to 13,000 rupees. But given the ride experience they offer and the confidence they inspire compared to the affordable bias-ply tires, these definitely justify their cost. If you're the kind of rider who loves to blaze through the roads and twisties and explore the unknown, who sees a dirt trail and thinks, why not? Then the Apollo Tramplr XR is your new best friend. These 0-degree steel-belted radial tires aren't just for riding, they're for conquering every road, every trail, and everything in between. Thank you for watching.